Getting some of America's top comedians to travel to Israel during Operation Pillar of Defense probably wasn't the easiest sell. But tour organizer Avi Lieberman made sure the biannual Comedy for Koby tour continued to provide some relief from the rocket fire and to bring an emotional escape from the sirens.
I never know what's going on, so you can tell me anything about this culture and I have to believe it. We don't eat grapes on Wednesday.
American comedian Avi Lieberman started the tours 10 years ago. Each tour consists of 4 comedians who perform all over Israel, raising money for the Koby Mandell Foundation, an organization that provides healing programs for the families and survivors of terrorism. The organization's namesake, Koby, was just 13 years old when he and his friend Yosef Ishran were stoned to death by Arab terrorists while hiking near their home in Israel. Koby was a great lover of comedy, and so the Comedy for Koby tour uses the young boy's passion to transform the tragedy into acts of kindness and hope. Now the organization has extended its relief services to include all Israelis suffering from loss. December's tour was the most successful yet, raising over $40,000 for the charity. But Lieberman's goals exceed the obvious.
I sort of have a 3-pronged goal here. It's one to, provide laughter for communities that would otherwise never get to see, guys of that caliber. Obviously to raise money for the charity now. And then also my little mini ulterior motive is to bring these guys there, let them have a good experience, and come back and spread the word that Israel is not what you see in the media.
That's exactly what happened. Now, Lieberman hardly has to sell the tour to would-be participants. He simply directs them to comics who attended in the past, and they do the job for him.
It was a great trip. It was a life-altering trip. And it was just cool. It was relaxing. I was blown away by it, really. I thought it was exceptional on every level. And I can't wait to go back, to tell you the truth. I want to find a nice Israeli girl and convert and settle down. God.
Schubert is an award-winning stand-up comedian who is perhaps best known for his reoccurring role on the sitcom The King of Queens. This was his first trip to Israel, and so we asked him how he enjoyed the Israeli culture.
For Shabbat, I rode the Shabbat elevator all day long in the hotel. I found the people to be warm. I found them to be friendly. I found them to be nice and exceptionally so. I had to make an adjustment when I was going through the shuk. The Carmel shuk. The guy was going, I'm going to. Is he going to fight me? He goes, no, he's just trying to sell you a pair of socks. Right. But I'm sorry, tomatoes? Sure, give me a couple tomatoes if you just stop yelling at me.
Many of the comedians who participate, like Schubert, are not Jewish. Because Israeli culture is very similar to America's, much of the humor translates seamlessly. But occasionally, a tweak is needed to bridge the cultural gap.
I said, switch it to this, and it'll get a huge laugh. I said, this guy's sweating like a Haredi at a job interview. And they're not gonna, one of the audience lost it, how does he even know that? So obviously, we told him, but the fact that you have this, Irish Catholic guy saying that, to them was just hysterical.
Comedy is always best in stressful cities and scenarios, places where people need a release. And Israel certainly had its fair share of both during Operation Pillar of Defense. But Lieberman says the tour also demonstrates the support Israel has, showing Israelis firsthand that people are willing to travel long distances, even during uncertain times, just to make them smile. For JN1 in Los Angeles, I'm Lara Berman.